Welcome to Vampires and Vitae. Thank you so much for joining us. I know that things could be a little bit stressful nowadays. We're here to take some of that weight off of your shoulders. You can try, Tyler, to give us a little bit of recap.
Okay, I'm going to do my best. Just so you know, we love this podcast so much that it is currently midnight, and we are all together to get this episode out for you, the people. I'm looking at you, Emily, and Roman, and Sarah's mom, and Rob's mom, and my mom.
And
Nathan, what up?
Hey, Nathan.
He's been a top fan of ours for 2 months now.
Nathan
on
and
Facebook.
Kevin. I know, I talk to him all the time.
Love you, Nate.
What up?
As far as the last episode goes, it was a lot of flashbacks, which Robbie is a fan of. We did a lot of flashing back to individual moments of what happened when Rasputin saved our asses yet again. We woke up in the Camarilla hospital. Everybody had different reactions to the new Jessica. Dave just wasn't having a good time, I'll be honest, the whole time. He tried to fight Danika. He actually hit her twice, which felt pretty good. She threw a shoe at him. They almost got into a third fight. Lawrence is really fucked up. He is unconscious. That's what's going on. That's what's happening. Welcome to Midnight Hour Vampire.
We're going to throw this out to Melinda. Who are you playing tonight?
Oh, I was like, what am I going to talk about? Hi, I'm Melinda. I play Anna. She finally got her magic back.
Yeah, some good rolls last
Thank God.
Yeah, and she actually had a bit of a crisis in the last episode where James handed her a file. And inside the file were details of her entire life, including some that did not coincide with her memory of the way that things went when she met Rasputin. So she's starting to doubt whether or not Rasputin is even her sire currently. So that's kind of where Anna's at right now.
Well, Sarah, why don't you take it?
What up? It's your boy.
Excuse me?
My name is Day. No, I'm Sarah. I'm playing Danika. She didn't really have too much going on last episode.
Oh, you got punched twice.
I was going to say I got punched in the face.
Yeah.
And you threw a shoe.
I threw a shoe. We questioned a dude.
All these things are true.
Fair enough. And
I feel like she's going to have more action this time than last time.
Yeah, that's very possible. You had a lot of action the game before. So.
I listened to a lot of angry songs on the way to pump me up because I feel like Danika's about to throw some shit.
All right. And Tyler,
Amazing.
let's wrap this one in.
Hi, I'm Danika, and ever since I got Blink, this podcast has been off the fucking rails.
Fuck you.
That's not fair.
Yeah,
I've always had Blink. I just never used
I
it.
can't imagine why.
Okay, who was it that told me I needed to start using my vampiric abilities more?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's just like you.
I am
told
not
me.
Danika. I am Day, known as Daedrith, known as Day. Yet again, I am the thin blood anarchist, really close to the edge right now.
Just
He's
give him the little
joking
lunch
around.
he needs to go over
He
it.
feels a little better because he punched Danika twice in the face, so he's joking around and everything. But in the back of his mind, he is
That was not a
extraordinary.
joke. He punched me really hard.
He's extraordinarily worried about his boyfriend.
Yeah, we're not punch drunk at all. So the elevator doors open, and you see grandeur as only a palace can be. You are in England.
They do know how to do palaces here, huh, guys?
It is such a scale, the size difference from door to door, and only artisans could have built it this way. The rugs itself that you're walking on, you can feel the saturation of grandeur that this building is supposed to represent. But as the world falls, it feels more saccharine.
This is beautiful.
I hate this place.
No, actually, yeah, Danika, you're enraptured. This is art perfectly done. James puts his arm around you. I know, right? It's pretty cool.
This might be one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen.
So one of the reasons I keep my postal code here.
Yep, I get it now.
This
Yeah.
place is kind of gross, Anna. Like, you know when you try too hard?
I mean, it's not quite as cozy as my place. I think my place might be a little bit better. There's definitely more red. This place is missing red.
It doesn't feel lived in, you know?
I do know.
Where's the atmosphere?
James's place is just so pristine.
Yeah, it is geometrical perfection.
It's just so clinical.
And like, oh, look at the way the marble shines.
Where's the dust?
Honestly, it's like somebody took a math equation and then turned it into a place.
It's like
And then
someone
you
took a
guys
piece
take
of art
3
and put it
steps
in a
down
vacuum
and
so
it becomes
never-
wood. An old wood. Natural forest from the Shire kind of feel.
I do like wood. I
Yeah,
do
right.
like this.
As you guys walk down, and Danika, your opinion kind of wavers for a second.
Now this is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I
It's
like the smell of
old.
it. It's like,
It's old. I can see the where people walked over like hundreds of times, and this is nice.
It
not as
walks.
beautiful as the other room, but it'll do.
It comes together in a little marrying of both styles. You see fine metals holding the studs of large beams as you walk down into a grand cathedral that you realize from the point that you've descended is definitely now underground. It feels like a ship underneath. I think both of you, I think all 3 of you have taken long voyages on
I also
ships.
worked on the harbors for a while.
Yeah, that's the feeling it has. Instead
Son of a bitch.
yeah,
This is nice.
Yeah, right.
It just keeps getting better and better.
You guys are escorted down with James. Like, yeah, like this is. You guys are kind of the keynote speakers tonight.
The what?
Excuse me.
That's
Yeah.
what? What do you mean?
Speakers to what? To whom?
To whom, James?
Most of the collective that's left here in England.
All right, well, I'm never one to turn down a,
Armies can be moved by these individuals. That's what they own.
Anna, should I do my rendition of Phantom again?
Definitely.
I think that's a good opener.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Get the crowd a little wild. If you have a electric guitar,
I need a mask and 2 cloaks.
I could do some really rough, like Dead Kennedys.
We were thinking
see
more
that
of
for
like
you,
a
Jay.
first-hand recount.
First-hand recount.
You guys have been on the front, as it were.
Oh, so this isn't going to be fun. Okay.
We have to tell this story one more time.
Again.
I know.
All right.
We'll give you the cliff notes.
I
You
mean,
killed the David,
it's
and then
almost
there was
like
the
it's really
snake.
too bad that nobody has been videotaping and watching us the entire time. James.
Jimothy.
The curtain opens. He bows. The 3 of you take the stage. You tell the entire story of what has happened up until this moment.
Oh, good. I thought you were going to
The
make us
the curtain closes. And you're backstage
hold
again.
hands and we
But
bow.
yeah, I mean, it was amazing. I mean, like, you got like standing ovation. 1,000%.
Days narrating, and Anna and I are acting it all
Yeah,
out.
right, yeah. It was beyond what you thought it could be. All of you are hyped up.
Hard
I mean,
cut,
like,
it's just
hard
me.
to breathe.
It's black with a
Yeah.
single spotlight
Yeah.
on me.
I
As I
mean,
tell this story,
yeah.
Danica and Anna
Open.
dance in the
The
background.
Camarilla
I mean,
jail
like
in
surrounded
Las
by a
Vegas,
bunch of
Nevada.
toreadors that were just in
March
sync with
17th.
you and like adding all of their presence into your thing. You guys have told on the stage to the entirety of Britain the
This
perfect
is where we
rendition
just
of
put in episode 0.
Yeah.
See what I'm imagining right now? You know in Frozen 2, that scene where Olaf is like describing what happened in Frozen 1 and he's just acting out the whole thing?
It works.
Anna's dead.
Yes. So you guys are panting off stage. Yes, you definitely explained the entire situation to the congregation of England.
All right, guys, that was pretty good. I think we did good.
I mean, I don't know why they had to listen to it from us. I mean,
Vol shows up and he's just sweating through his mask. I mean, he's
I like
just-
the ad-libbing
Oh
when
my
you talked
God.
about Russia. That was nice.
I've worn
you.
I've worn 3 sides of tits today. Honestly, you are such a professional. You're a professional, and you're a professional. Anytime you'd want to work together, honestly.
I think we're going to the live shows.
Oh, really? Call David.
right? Does he
Help
get the
us.
golden buzzer?
Help us rate it.
I don't, who is David?
You know, David.
I didn't meet. David.
David Copperfield.
Oh, the person that put away the bridges and Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, well, he's dead.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But
But you know that because we just explained it all.
I say the right things at the right times. I'm caught up exactly where my lore should be, and we'll continue
know
the
exactly
conversation.
who he is
Yeah,
and
all
what
right, and we'll continue this conversation from this exact moment.
he was just so enraptured.
Yeah, right,
Some things get lost.
He was backstage getting his costume
Oh.
changed during that particularly pivotal
Ugh.
moment.
It's like when you're reading it. It's like when you're listening to an audiobook and you zone out.
Right? And then you come back and it's like everybody is dead.
Yeah,
You're
right,
like,
yeah,
what?
what the fuck happened?
The what wedding? Hold on.
Oh my god.
I was just about to say you miss one episode of Game
Oh.
of Thrones and suddenly you're lost.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody
Vol-
that you cared about is dead.
Vol went to go piss and he didn't hear anything about Tokyo.
Oh, he'd be so pissed off. He'd be like, "Are you kidding me? This is my entire thing."
He's a big blank spot that says
Yeah.
Tokyo question mark
Yeah.
and an angry face.
It's going to be a fantastic evening. I've been here a few times. I believe that you may have met one of my looks over into you day associates.
Yeah, one with the Quasimodo aesthetic.
Yes, yes. We've always, I mean, not just myself, but all Nosferatu would navigate the underbelly of pretty much most cities.
Yeah.
There may be something to see. I've heard a lot about your prince from Vegas.
Oh, yeah. He's a bit of a dud, but yeah.
Well, let's go see what's happening then.
Okay.
Time passes by. Enough inquiries are made by all of you. Can we go see Rasputin? Can we go see our prince? Can we go see blah, blah, blah? You ended up getting guided through no-name servants. They all seem to have a little bit of rotting skins. Give you a lot of respect.
Where is Oliver?
Do you think that?
Oh,
Anybody else
shit.
want to talk about it?
Oliver.
He was with us. And we left Cerberus at Anna's place, right?
I thought that Oliver and Cerberus took off before we got back into the truck. Weren't they not with us? I cannot remember clearly.
It was a long night.
It was a long night.
Would one of you try to want to remember clearly? Because I know what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
It should be Danika, I think, that makes the roll.
Yeah, it's her dog.
Yeah.
What am I rolling?
Memory.
Yeah. Intelligence? Can I remember?
Just intelligence.
Yeah. Looking for 1-6.
I got a 6 and a 9.
There you go. Yes, you remember. You remember Oliver riding Cerberus to go find out what that noise was. They went way past you guys. You sent him in first, and then you guys followed up in the car.
Guys, we need to go find them.
Wouldn't James know where they are? Hey, James! Where is our dog?
We know that you had him in the zoo. Then we tracked him north for about 20 minutes, but we don't have the entire city mapped out anymore.
North, like, towards Anna's place?
No, like North London.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, they had a small fight. They were successful. They heard a big ruckus, and then they went north, and we don't have the same closed-circuit TVs that we used to.
Is there any way that we can track them?
Yeah, if we put up more antennas, sure.
We were doing
but
that until Rasputin brought us
I know,
to the
we were-
goddamn Camarilla.
It's, I to tell you the truth, I think he saved your life.
Also, I'm sorry, but are the Nosferatu slaves? Are you okay, sir? Oh, are you okay, sir?
Yes, yes.
Just making sure. Don't trust these guys.
I mean, you could live in the sewer or you could live here.
Hey, the sewers are nice.
I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying that this might be a little bit nicer.
This is the most beautiful place I've ever been in, Dave.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, it is just.
I was just checking if this was like a Hogwarts, like house elf thing.
I
you
mean,
know?
no, it's
If I need to give him a sock, I'll give him a sock. And it's-
like when, but when.
I think they prefer capes.
That has so many different meanings, right?
I just
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
like the Camarilla.
Yeah, that's fair. But it is beautiful. Like, it truly is beyond our time. We just don't do things like this anymore. it has been taken care of since the time it was built. Instead of looking at failed monuments, you're looking at something the public had never seen. Like, what if Greece and all of its amazingness was kept pristine? That's what you're looking for in London during its greatest renaissance. That's what you're seeing.
Danika looks at a chandelier and has an orgasm.
Yeah, I mean, it's at that point.
Oh,
This, I mean, like, humanity has really...
Why is this carpet so wet?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you need us to leave you alone for a minute with your WAP?
There's a person right behind you with a mop that, like,
And a bucket.
has seen this before, and it's just no problem.
Goddamn toy.
Yeah, right. Hand you a cold cloth, and you are
Gracious.
pointed
control
in
of
the
yourself,
direction.
girl.
A small Nosferatu has a sham wow.
Yeah, but you hear the squeak cling, like, and then you are continued forward,
Oh my god.
and it is that beautiful.
Is Vol
You
with us?
A
come,
mop and a
yes.
bucket.
We're
so
sorry.
Vol is with you, although just by his own nature, he does seem to disappear every once in a while. And you forget he's around, but he does appear. The moment you think of him, it's like, where's Vol? You like don't see him, and then when you look back to the place that you were looking, he's there.
Vol, I do have questions for you later. You said you have a little subsection of Nosferatu. I have a question later.
It's. I'm sure no matter how quiet we whisper, these are vampires. They can probably hear us.
Yeah, but it's respectful this way.
So
Everyone can hear you.
Anyways.
he smiles and nods.
All right, so where's the prince? We did our little performance. Now take us to where we need to.
And that took like 2 hours, by the
Right?
way. That's
I
a
mean,
long
yeah.
story.
That's a huge story. It could take actually, literally months and weeks to tell.
We did like
I mean, it was only 5 days, but it could take months.
we had to
and
cut it
weeks
into a
tell.
lot of 1 hour snippets to tell that story correctly.
Right?
But you did it
It's-
so well.
It's been 3 months.
It's literally been like 2 weeks.
As you guys are saying that, Vol has been on the side, and James has been leading you, obviously, to a destination. You show up to the largest doors that you've seen so far.
Those are really big doors.
Ostentatious.
Oh my god.
Very. Danika, you get lost.
Are there real diamonds in it?
Is there another mop around, guys?
It's just twisted iron, but so intricate, so many tiny little frays.
Like filigree?
Yeah, just no. It comes off of it. It's like spills off as a wave, and it's telling the story of the animals that were killed by the Great Flood from their perspective. So it's as if you were like. So what it has is all the different things that were killed for God's aggression, and coming
I
up
knew
to
that
a
unicorns were
giant-
real.
and actually, you see a very small representation, as you say that, of a small horn, very much in the very
Is
presence
that a
of
dragon?
it. It's a stupid illusion, but like whatever you'd like to see in there, you can see.
Wait, is
But-
that Cerberus?
Yeah,
Is it echidna?
yeah, but the wave
simple man.
is crashing towards you,
Oh my god, a dodo bird.
and that is
And turtles.
man.
The platypus is like the platypus is 3 feet tall. I don't
Jesus.
get it.
I
This-
think that just means it's really close to the person who's viewing
Woof.
the picture.
Yeah, so there's a door that you walk through.
How does that octopus drown?
Is that a Leopleurodon?
Jesus.
Is that a triceratops?
So messy.
I'm so confused.
Pterosaur? Jesus.
I like to imagine a character we're all just saying this back and forth, and James is like, "But it's right, guys. It's right." It's like,
Yeah,
hold on,
like-
hold on.
like
There's like 36,000 animals here.
Oh my god, is that a griffin? Is
Fuck
that the
all
basilisk
y'all.
from Harry Potter?
Wait, that is a griffin. That would make this a griffin door.
Oh!
So as you guys open the door,
Oh, we're opening the door already? Oh, okay. I thought we were going to have a minute to talk about the unicorns.
kind of
again.
get in all that.
Unicorns and the snakes.
Yeah.
Boa constrictor, coral snake.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And that's the last one. All right, let's go in.
the doors, they are impossibly big.
I know, they had to fit all those snakes.
From the ground, snakes are covering the bottom. These two huge, solid solid wood pieces, probably 2 stories. So they obviously cut down what may be a redwood tree to hand carve this immaculate sculpture that's coming towards you. And you see bright light cresting through the center of the door. You come in, and Anna, you've been to many Elysiums. You definitely were put on show, or not really show, just like you got to go to a lot of places and meet a lot of people.
And get
shake
away
lot
with
of
a lot
hands.
too, I
Yeah, right.
imagine. Yeah.
Usually it's called going to court,
Mm-hmm.
but this actually is a court room. Obviously, you had a place here in London itself, so you have been to this Elysium before. So
Right.
it's not shocking, but in this kind of scenario, it definitely is grand. And Danika, you were not so, hey, shake some hands. You were more shown off like a pony last time that you were here. Day, never seen this before.
And if I did, I would have blocked it out of my memory
Yeah,
because
this
I
is-
hate the Camarilla.
Yeah, this is not a thing that you're a fan of in any
Yeah.
way, shape, or form.
It's not beautiful to me.
As the door opens, you see vaulted ceilings, stained glass windows, but they are covered, but with lights shining through them. Fake lights to give it the illusion of day. Pews, almost as if it was a church. At the very top, in the front, you see on a dais a very attractive black woman. She has a robe on that you would see on a judge and a padded rig coming down. How about all of you give me a wits and insight check for me?
Where's insight? Oh, there it is. Hello.
Whew. That's a pair of 6s.
2 6s?
Yeah. On 2 dice.
Hey,
Also 2 successes.
2.
0.
Danika, last time that you were here, it was more of like you were a nice piece of jewelry for Dante. This time, seeing it up front, it's just overwhelming. Anna and Day, walking into the courtroom, you see what would be a giant bird cage. It's gilded, wonderfully done, very artistic. Inside sits somebody that you know.
So it's like a big go-go cage?
Huge go-go cage.
Okay.
It's next to the dais, and in there sits the left-handed god. He's not looking good.
I'm so sorry.
And apparently, he got a text. So it's the left-handed god.
Left-handed god.
Is he looking beat up, or is
yeah,
he?
his robes are shabby. I mean, like, he left immediately after you guys had the plane crash, right with Rasputin and the prince. From his ears, both of you with that 2 successes, you can see blood trickling down. He looks back. From his eyes, you can see 2 smears of blood. His voice is hoarse. You can't really pick out what he's saying at this point, but he's not looking good as well. James is next to you. Yeah, about this.
So...
Yeah, you want to explain that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How are you going to have somebody who was on our side this whole time in the cage? That's pretty fucking shitty, James.
that's...
And even I haven't beat up the prince yet, and trust me, I've wanted to.
No, the prince isn't beat up. He's just been awake since he's been here. He hasn't gone to sleep yet.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Well, why? Why is all of this happening?
Oh, he's in the middle of a filibuster. If he stops speaking, they've essentially passed judgment on the left-handed god already. From what the Church of England has done, I mean, that's a lot of the problems that we've had. They, at least as far as we know, really don't seem to be on our side.
Yeah, but you do know that it's not the church that's causing all of these problems, right?
I know, and you know these things, but this is not up to us. There's not a whole lot of rules left anymore.
Yeah, apparently you found a couple.
Right? Yeah.
That's the sad
You
part
found
about
enough
this.
to put the man in a cage who is innocent, who's done nothing but defend us and help us.
Well,
You said it's a filibuster, right?
Can I address the court?
Yeah, let's.
I wouldn't stop him right now because the prince is the only thing keeping this man alive.
I think there's about 3 other things keeping that man alive, if I'm being completely honest, James.
You guys all, while looking at this thing, you hear, I came in like a wrecking ball. It didn't mean to hurt no one at all. I didn't,
Anna, you wanna?
I don't really know what is happening there, but
right.
that's pretty messed up. Rasputin, where are you even?
You guys look around and you see an Iron Maiden that they've cut the arms out of, and through the arms he has both of his hands, and he's playing a switch, just looking. All you can see is his eyes through the screen, and it's not just an Iron Maiden. There's a contraption on top of it that seems to be feeding things into whoever's inside this particular sarcophagus.
Which we have kind of deduced is the Rasputin.
One of them is just a bottle of vodka that's upside down, that's just glugging.
I put my hand on Anna's shoulder, and I'm just like, calm. Gotta stay calm.
No, I do not like anything that is happening right now.
I am fucking.
Son of bitch! Got to take a left turn slower.
I think we're more angry than he is at the moment. So
Rasputin, are you okay?
I am fine.
How did you get into that silly contraption?
Well, no. And James takes you guys to the side. A closer inspection, if you guys would like to make another perception roll for me.
Yeah.
Insight roll for me.
Investigation
yes.
or
Just
Oh,
insight?
investigation would work well. Why don't we do wits and investigation, please?
I got a 1 and a 10. Son of a.
We roll a 10.
Yeah.
3 successes for day.
No successes for me.
4 successes for Danika.
Go Danica.
Yay! I've been silent and observing.
Yeah, right. Like you're Danica, you're a little upset, Anna, to ever see your sire not. I mean, in fact, you've never heard Rasputin not drunk, but never drunk. You know what I mean? He always kind of lives in this world of like perfect. I've had a couple.
Right.
Where you
Like-
can play ping pong really well.
Yeah, right. Like, he's always kind of cued into that exact level of perfect buzz.
Right.
Like, he does not sound perfect buzz, and that kind of knocks you to the side. You, Day, definitely start looking up those contraptions, and especially coming right out of that hospital wing, some of the ideas come like, what are they feeding him? And you do see that like bottle that's turned upside down of vodka. These are obviously a lot of things that are being pumped into this guy to get him to this point. Danika, what you see, and you can almost feel the hum, is silver chains that wrap around this Iron Maiden that's holding Rasputin at this point. They glisten, and that is definitely some hardcore way to hold a vampire, even though his arms are out playing the switch.
So, I've said it before. I really fucking hate the Camarilla.
Yeah, I do not understand why all of these things are happening right now.
I've been
This
saying
seems
this
like
since
a really-
I've been saying this since the beginning.
Wait, Anna, how powerful is your dad?
I mean, you saw
So,
what he did, right?
I think he
Like,
killed about
landed.
80 men.
And he landed in a ball
do
of
you
fire.
see those crazy chains?
Yes.
Those chains made of silver?
Do you think it's possible he exhausted himself by saving us, and then they took advantage of that, picked him up, put him in this thing, and have been feeding him drugs and alcohol?
But why?
I mean, so when Rasputin came, he was a little off his rocker,
So
I
that's a
guess.
yes.
I mean, like, we tried to put him in the hospital wing. He killed like 10 people.
So what, is he having a psychotic break?
Yeah, we tried to put him in a cell. He
I've been through
ripped-
that. You just got to punch David.
I mean, Copperfield? Or...
No, he's just not alive anymore.
And he takes out his little notebook and, like, writes that down.
It's a very
Not
important time to
100%
make a
sure
very
on the
important
thing.
note about a man who's no longer alive because
We were wondering about
Fingers
that because the
crumbles.
show has just fallen.
the wrong
Not
David.
nearly-
The
okay,
wrong
yeah.
David.
She had to
That
kill
makes
David.
I
sense.
mean,
That makes a
really, the
lot more
costuming,
sense.
though, is top notch.
That's what we've heard.
I've heard it's burlesque now.
Yeah. All
Tasteful,
90s
though.
dance music. It's very strange.
In the middle of Japan.
Yeah.
Well, he must be entrepreneuric.
It's something.
But like we're doing this just to keep him stable.
So-
he's not been
Okay, so
himself.
James, what you're trying to tell me is that the people who have been with the left hand of God are not allowed to speak on his behalf.
If you stop the prince talking, that will finish his filibuster, and then the judge can rule.
Well, what if I want to filibuster?
And where's Jesse?
We haven't located him.
What? Where was the left hand of God? They were together,
Right?
weren't they?
And who's in charge of this decision? Did you agree to this? Because you seem like you're not about it, but you're also a Jessica, which means you're high up on the totem pole.
And
Yeah.
you had those files
that's-
with everything that had been
Yeah,
happening to
those
us.
are-
How did you not know what the left hand of God was doing? Did you
Right.
not see the giant squid
We-
thing? Oh no,
I-
wait, that was the walking saint.
So, so the lady up on the dais is the prince of the city. She's the Prince of London. That comes, well, at least it came with quite a lot of influence. This is one of the oldest cities that the Kindred have. This is kind of her domain. I'm here, and
What is the point?
Right?
Day is just in his mind. He's like, finally, they're
Like,
starting
why?
to get it.
Why? If the world is ending anyways, why are they just going to get rid of someone who could potentially help us?
Because you're never going to get power out of the hands of the people that have power unless it's ripped from them.
I think
so
that's-
let's rip it from them.
I think that's actually.
Or we let Seth do it.
I think that's kind of part of it. That's they've always had to deal with the church, and now that
Have they been
don't-
outside recently? Do they know what's going on outside?
Yeah, it's real nice in here.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. It's really nice in here. This may be the last party.
It's going to be real nice till a giant snake eats it.
The last party, is that really what these people are worried about?
When you look around and
I
you
mean-
see the decadence of just this room. I mean, you guys have already
Day
walked
spits on the
through
floor.
A guy comes up immediately and like cleans it up.
Again, if you need help, sir,
Honestly.
I will give you a sock.
Right.
Danica
Wink
still has
twice.
a wop, but she's angry.
Yeah. This is kind of the way that people are.
This isn't real, man.
Yeah, but
None of this is this is all fabricated bullshit. It's like a Gilded Age. You know the Gilded Age where everything looks nice on the surface and on the inside it's absolute shit? That's where we are right now.
it's hard to convince vampires that have been living forever and not going into their base instincts and trying to create some form of semblance of rule, and then
There is nothing left to rule over.
but that's the problem. The person that's coming, I think it's Set, right?
oh my
You
From-
think?
You think?
From
You
what,
Oh my
think?
god.
Are you serious right now? You think?
You want a
from
moment?
what we're to understand, he's bringing eternal night.
That's just
Oh.
the
That's a
beginning of it.
problem. That is a problem.
I'm on your side of the scam.
No, I
So
don't
why
think
are you
that
not trying
are.
to stop
You sound
this?
like an independent voter, is what you sound like.
I'm a Justicar. I'm not part of the Camarilla. I'm not part of your cause. I'm
Fair
my own
enough.
person.
Aren't you at the top of the Camarilla?
We're
Don't you operate like outside and a little bit beyond what they are
Yes.
capable of? So,
Okay, so can't you go in there and tell them to shut the fuck up?
I
Right?
can, but is my
it's time to pull rank.
Oh
if
my
there's
God.
ever been a time,
at,
James.
at this point, only the Camarilla has these rules that I'm allowed to circumvent. They're breaking down, is what I'm trying to tell you. They're debasing themselves at this point. You guys walked through the sunroom, right? The world's ending, and they're pretending to get a suntan. This is
Absolutely hate the Camarilla.
Day, do you want me to throw you up there?
Oh my god, I might. I will forgive you for everything.
I will
If
launch
you help me take down the goddamn Camarilla.
I will launch you at that cage day.
I'm sweating.
I didn't know vampires could sweat.
I think it's new.
Do you have any deodorant though?
you hear.
I do. It's Arm and Hammer.
That's the good stuff, right?
Good stuff.
You hear. Whoa, hey, whoa, hey.
Oh fuck.
Oh, yeah, oh, you gotta go. Aye.
James,
Anna?
there's so much going on.
I do not even know what to do with that.
This is a tapestry of insanity.
How is anyone giving a filibuster with that going on in the corner?
Yeah, right. When he does that,
What,
there's
what are we
this
supposed to
weird.
just wait forever for
There's
this guy?
this weird shift of like it's like the sarcophagus was about to like expand in those silver link chains, huge, thick keep it together. Like there was going to be an explosion of power, but something didn't happen.
Wait, Anna, what's his favorite song?
Rah rah Rasputin.
No, it's Dancing Queen. We've been over this.
Which one is it?
It's Dancing
Is
Queen.
it Rasputin to the
Go
tune of
like,
Dancing Queen?
Just do like a mashup.
Rasputin.
I will allow this, but I'm going to make you roll for like charisma and something if you guys would all like to go into chorus for some reason.
No, I really,
breaking out into goddamn.
I would love to break out into song.
I really just wanted to go over and like stand in front of the little sarcophagus.
I want to break out into his favorite song and see if that helps him explode the sarcophagus.
I wanted
Well, you
to.
can
The
choose in between the
undead
two.
musical.
You can
Undead Musical
I
Part
mean,
2.
you-
Electric Boogaloo.
What's
This-
up? I'm Day. I'm 83, and I never fucking learned how to sing.
Alright.
I'm not doing that. It is Dancing Queen though, in case anyone was wondering.
Rasputin. Princess Peach.
Like there's a moment he like does
Only a
lower-
Only in the corners where she's fairly fast, and I do not know how to do
Oh,
that.
oh,
What they're
oh.
doing.
all you can
Really sorry.
all you can see is like the slit.
I feel like I fought you.
Like it would have been like a open and closed slit metal. Like he does lower the switch, and he looks at you guys almost in a haunting way, like help me. Like Rasputin is not happy where he is.
Just louder. Rasputin.
Yeah.
Princess Peach.
I am 17, and you
1017.
like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah. You hear another one of those, and that's the only time. The 2 times that he's done that. That's the only time that the court stops and looks back. Nothing happened to the sarcophagus, and it goes forward again. And they continue.
We need to get the chains off,
the
James.
prince.
You can
Continues.
play.
Wait.
You can drive.
Danica, I'm gonna slap you in the face.
Banana peels all night.
Ooh, right?
See that guy?
Eh?
Read his books.
I am dancing queen. Again.
He's still there,
Do I have
James.
my big ass hammer?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I don't think this is working.
All right. No. Again, it just goes. Poof. There's.
Do we have our
something-
weapons?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You have everything on you.
It was worth a shot.
You have everything on you.
James, as much as I enjoyed this 45 minutes that I've known you, shit is about to get real crazy real fast.
I wouldn't. And he kind of like with his eyes, he like gestures to the left and gestures to the right, and you see some gentlemen in suits, obviously well equipped. This is just the cartel in you.
We really only need to gamble on it until we can get him out of that case.
Really, the issue here, James, what's the point of the filibuster? I get it. It's the only thing keeping him alive, but really, you said they've made their decision. So the prince is just wasting time right now, right?
Yeah, he was. I think he's waiting for you guys to arrive. To be honest.
Well, we're here.
We're here.
Yeah, but
Should we go up? Should we go talk to him?
I figured you'd have more people with you.
No, it
Well,
has been
surprise,
only
surprise,
us
motherfucker.
for a
It's
long
the end
time.
of the world. It's just
Do you
us.
want us to call the werewolves?
I'm sure the Camarilla would love the left hand of God and the king of the
werewolves.
werewolves. We've been doing some fucking work, James.
We could call Jessica.
Yes, that's right. We can.
Not that I really want her here, but we could call her.
We don't have cell service.
We could go get her.
I don't
I
think we
could
can
blink.
leave.
I could get there so fast.
So damn fast.
I think that it's at this point. If I was to leave, it'd be an issue. If I was to stop the trial, it would be an issue. They have more people here than I can personally take on, which is saying something. Even with the 3 of you here, this is one of the seats of power for the Camarilla.
What if we could stop time?
Well, I think your version of that happens to be in a hospital bed right now.
Not necessarily.
Facts. What do you mean not necessarily?
Day?
I said all of his chips.
But
Nothing.
did you feed him his favorite snack?
Danica, this is not the appropriate time for a little sexy
I'm
joke.
sorry. This place is just so beautiful. It really gets
His
to me.
favorite snack is egg rolls.
You see, Vol, right down.
Your egg roll.
I still don't like you, Danika, and I'm gonna need you to calm down.
Okay, but really, Day,
What?
you've controlled time a little bit.
No.
That would be useful. I mean,
Could we not just hit the pause button and go snap
I
and get
have
everybody out?
no
I'm not the
idea.
goddamn time pope.
Hold
I
on.
can.
You can. What? Like, how much time can you?
Oh, put your boner away, James. That's embarrassing.
This is new stuff. We don't. You want me to be helpful? I need
I
information.
don't think I've ever stopped time. I've helped. Okay, so weird time to bring this up, but Danika fought a werewolf one time, and we changed the timeline. This is actually a parallel universe, I'm pretty sure, and I have to deal with that every day.
Excuse me.
As you say that, Vol's like writing fervently, and like he puts his notebook down and goes, "What did you just say?"
Okay, so when we first met Jake King, and he brought us to go see the hovel where he works and all that good stuff, remember that? Danika blinked up to get a better vantage point because she thought she heard something on the roof, and she went crazy and stabbed a werewolf, thus initiating a fight between werewolves and kindred society. In that moment, it was chaos. It was all-out war. Me and Lawrence banded together, used every bit of knowledge and strength that we had to turn back time about 1 minute to before that happened, and that's why I told you not to blink up there onto the rooftop that one time.
So what I'm hearing is it never happened, and you can control time. You can turn back time, like Cher,
It's not that easy. In fact, it was
but
nearly
it's
impossible.
doable.
You hear, "If I could turn back time."
What I
Do you
say?
see? He knows.
But I needed
It's
Lawrence
really
for
good
that.
repertoire.
Well, okay. So, even though you can you do anything without him? Or?
Yeah, do I know any magics that we could somehow
I
make
can
work together?
I can kind of slow time to a very small degree that allows me to think faster, and I can have conversations with people and then pretend that I didn't, and they don't remember it.
That sounds like it could be useful, Day.
Yeah, it's been useful a lot. I've insulted you quite often.
Excuse me?
Exactly.
That's funny.
I punch him in the face.
Oh no, no,
Are you
guys.
really gonna punch him in
This
the
is
face?
not
No,
this is
no.
not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
right place.
No.
James is going. I'm hearing a lot of stuff, but I'm not hearing ideas.
These are all ideas.
I can focus really hard and try to stop time. I'll let you know if it worked.
But
Anna,
like-
can't you talk to Rasputin in your head?
I just close my eyes really hard.
Yeah, I can, but it takes like 10
happens.
minutes
Yeah,
for it to
nothing-
work.
nothing
Oh.
happened.
I'm just like, oh yeah, almost.
And they might notice if I'm sitting here with a little bowl of water.
I mean, Vol, could you like turn into a cloud of smoke and distract everyone while we
Can
break
you
out
like
the left-handed
sneak
god?
into the Iron Maiden with Rasputin, and then maybe the two of you can push really hard and snap those silver
Well,
chains?
no, the smoke doesn't make me smoke. It's just like I disappear. Think of it as style points.
It's
if you
like
will.
jazz
Right, right,
hands.
right, right, right.
It's like
But
a fog machine.
Could you do it enough so that we could break out Rasputin and the left hand of God? If you did it at the same time that Day slowed time down.
What are you? He can't turn into like
No, but if
actual
he could,
fog.
if he can create the fog, and you can slow down everything, and we can move really fast,
That's true. That's true.
we could get in there and we could get rid of the chains, and we can get Rasputin
Guys,
out.
and the left hand of God.
Right.
He looks around. This time, visually points to two corners of the room. You're seeing what you only assume are goons. You don't know if they're kindred or not, but this is a...
Rasputin came down from the sky in,
In
a
a
fireball.
fireball.
Yeah, but
That's
he's
the
also pretty
problem.
fucked up right now.
Yeah, that actually...
You're-
The
I
reason,
think
I'm
we're
just
putting
saying,
all of
once
our-
we get him out, we've got options.
No,
we
no,
can
no,
get
no.
out
We
of
don't have
here.
options. We have a drunk, insane Rasputin. It's not going to be any help. You're
You
putting
know
When
what,
is
though?
he any different from
Yeah,
that?
sometimes that's when he's at his best.
you're putting all your eggs into
We
Rasputin's
don't even
basket
know. We've
again.
never read his books.
I have.
What?
I've read every line of Rasputin's books.
Yeah, as we talked about it.
Does he know that?
I haven't got to really talk to Rasputin yet.
Shout
He's-
that to him.
I've read your books, and you just hear, ha ha! Yeah, he's just been like that.
Okay, well, just, hey, Rasputin, why are you wasting time? Why don't you just get out of that silly contraption that you are in? I know that you can just get out of it.
He continues to play his game.
Oh, I'm getting the cold shoulder now. Why? Because I managed to rip up the ground, or because I ruined your date that you had at the end of the apocalypse?
Don't talk bad about your mother.
She's not my mother. What are you
Oh,
talking about?
I shouldn't have told you this.
Yeah, maybe not.
Okay. Ah. continues to play its video game.
I'm at a loss here. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I do not know what to do either.
I mean, the prince is just gonna keep talking. We could go up and try and talk to the prince, or
I mean, like, there's no way that
Or
we can.
Or we can figure out a way to get all of us out of here. That's
you want to do a jailbreak?
that's
James, that's all you gotta say,
I
man.
don't-
Is
I-
that not what I just suggested?
Yeah.
I thought so, Danika.
Yeah, but I thought James was all against that shit.
you
James,
guys.
we don't do cryptic. You just
We
sometimes
were-
you just gotta feed me.
I'm
Yes.
gonna go look at the snakes. Fuck you.
Okay, I don't agree with what's going on.
Excellent.
I think that there's a better idea, and we can use our resources better from what we have literally in this room. But
Which would
just
be
all of us. You have some friends outside, right?
Werewolves?
Werewolves? I know. Our files.
how do
are-
you suggest we get them in here
Right?
before the prince
I
stops
don't even
talking?
know where we are.
And
Right?
we are wasting a
I-
lot of time right now.
I think what we're looking at is the prince buying us time to figure out how we want to. And it's not just breaking out. There's a lot of resources in this building. I mean, you guys.
Would you like to show us, or are we just gonna stand here?
Sure, follow me.
All right.
You guys all follow.
Yes.
You do hear Rasputin as you're walking out. Fly me to moon, let me hang on stars. And like, you guys walk out. He takes you down a series of elevators. In the beginning, they're very gilded. You go down another hall, another elevator takes you down another set of like 20 floors into the basement. This one's very plain.
It's like one of those freight elevators.
Yeah. No, you're still in a metal one. The last one, full freight.
Mm.
You come out, and he just flips a switch, and you hear that of lights flicking in over a large storage area. You're looking at tanks. You're looking at SUVs. You're looking at armory. You're looking at what they have in reserve. The mechanicus of war, if unleashed correctly.
Guys, I can't believe I'm finally gonna say this, but I think it's time to take down the Camarilla.
Right? And I think that we need the werewolves to help us.
You reading my fucking mind,
Right?
baby.
Right? It's not just you and Lawrence.
Yeah,
I'm in your head a little
get out
bit
of my head.
too.
You scare me.
I cannot drive, and I cannot shoot a gun.
It is okay. You can co-pilot.
Okay.
And you can stab things.
I can do that. I can do that really, really well.
Vols, he's admiring like this big AK-47 thing.
You should have that, Vol.
I mean, you should just take it at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, no security.
I know. I want a
Like, that
rocket
was
launcher.
That was easy
Hey, wait,
to
does
get
someone
down
have
here.
one of those cell phones that Sprocket gave us?
Yes. Well, or did Lawrence have it?
I had it last.
Lawrence had it last, I think.
No, I took it out of Lawrence's.
Took it out of Lawrence's pocket. Cool.
So it
You can
might
check
be
out.
in my coat. If they picked us up, they would have. It's either on me or Lawrence. I
You
can do
have
you want to do a luck check?
you have everything that you had on you. If you had it, then it's in you.
I
on you.
believe I did.
All right. Let's call in the
So,
reinforcements.
do you open the phone?
Yeah, I pop it open.
You just see the only thing that you see when you turn it on, it's a picture of Sprocket like this.
Has he just been waiting for this? Can you hear me, Sprocket?
No, I think it's just your background.
Oh
The
my
background
God, it's a lock
picture.
screen. God damn it. Recant. That never happened.
Yeah, right. There's going to be something funny if you didn't recant it. But
Do you have a phone, or
I'll let it happen. I'll let it happen.
yeah, right.
Okay, I'll let
He
it
goes,
happen.
hello, yes.
Oh, fuck.
So, do you need help? Or...
Have you just been chilling in my pocket?
Of
listening to
course. What else would I be doing?
This? It's got great battery life.
It does, of
Is it
course. I
lithium?
put it in there. No,
Sprocket? We need help.
it
Excuse me.
sounds
I got
like
it. I got it.
We're taking too long.
Time is not
Relative.
real. Not even relative. Sprocket, how would you like to own a lot of SUVs, tanks, and guns?
Oh, that could
Ooh.
be quite useful, to be honest.
Oh,
Okay.
and how would you like to take
there's-
down the Camarilla?
There's a video function. Can you put me on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I click the little
Yeah,
video icon, and then
turn
I
it
hit the
around.
flip on the
Yeah,
camera.
he's like, oh, that does look scrumptious.
doesn't it?
Sprocket, I love you. You are one weird motherfucker.
Is that a panzer?
It is. Is Jake there? Because I feel like this is. I need to talk to.
Oh, Mr. King. Yes,
Yes.
of course. No problem. I'll put you right on
Like,
stage.
no offense to you. Like, you could definitely use this stuff, but I feel like this is an alpha thing.
And you know what? As much as maybe it's going to chop my ass a little bit, Rasputin may need Jessica, so she needs to come as well.
Yeah.
That's true.
After a little bit of time jostling, you can hear him calling for Jake. Yes. Yeah. What am I looking at?
This, my good sir, can all be yours.
Sprocket, what have you... Who am I talking to?
I flip it back around.
Oh, shit. Oh, fine.
Now, look, Jake,
Yes.
you're not a fan of vampires. I know this. But more than that, I think you're not a fan of the Camarilla. The promises that they've broken, the authority that they've pushed into your city, the things they have done to your people. This isn't about kindred versus werewolves. This is about power, right?
Well, at this point, it's just about keeping the world turning. But, yes.
Well, the Camarilla is on their last legs. They're pretending like the world isn't ending, and they've got a stockpile that might actually be of some use.
No, I can see what you're talking about. This is...
And Rasputin is wrapped up in silver chains and he's drunk.
Yeah, Rasputin
Whoa.
is wrapped
Hold
up.
on.
Also, the left hand of God.
Hold on. What did you...
Yes, they're messing with
Rasputin.
Rasputin.
Yeah, Date, you might have should have started with that.
You know,
bro.
it's like The Price is Right. You start off with the real nice thing, you know? What's
the
behind
one
door
And
thing
then you
that
ask
he
for
cares
the
about is
favor.
Rasputin.
Yeah.
Dude.
We know that you're
So-
friends with Rasputin.
We also saw what Rasputin did.
Pretty badass, right?
You can call it that. We haven't seen that kind of power for a long time. In fact, I have some questions.
Well, if you
I
want
guess you haven't
answers,
seen Set yet then.
if you want answers, let me tell you something. You need to. I need an
Why,
alliance.
why isn't Rasputin with you?
He's chained up in.
He's
the
inside an Iron Maiden.
He's actually in the Camarilla courtroom, and the left hand of God is about to be executed.
And we do not want that to happen.
And I think that guy's more on your side than our side.
We'd prefer the left hand of God, not... I mean, he's... I know you wouldn't think him to be powerful, but...
No, we know
No,
that
we
he
don't.
is.
He
Powerful.
is,
We
he
just
is.
fuck with him. It's
He's
kind
a
of our
weird
thing.
dude, but we need him.
Right.
Also,
He's-
our Jessica is still missing.
Yes, Jesse
We've
is missing.
been looking for him for quite... We've actively been looking for you.
We did find this one though. I just pointed to James in the background.
He goes, hi,
He doesn't look like much, but he's got like 50 guns
I have 7.
on each side.
Well, Mr.
This is
King?
This is Jake King. He's the leader of the werewolves.
Hi, King. Like you can see like his view sharpen. He's like, oh, we know who you are.
Spooky. All right.
Okay,
Yeah, well, he's got vials on all of us too. So
That wasn't James talking. That was
Jake.
That was Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Werewolves of London, the whole thing. We don't usually get along, but you
Look, the
know,
Camarilla
into
has
the world and
yeah.
all. And again, look at all your new toys you could possibly have.
Thank
We
you,
could-
James. Thank you, James. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, Jake! Rasputin is running out of time. The left hand of God is running out of time. We need you here now.
Well, where do you want? What do you want me to do? You can't just hear.
We're in
Where do you want
Elysium.
I know where
We
Elysium
need a
is.
couple
One
of-
doesn't just attack Elysium.
No, we're going to drive a tank out the side of the building, and that will be your new door.
Okay, well that's a new one. I was
I
unaware
like
of
that.
that.
I
plan.
like that.
James goes, so just like a tank, like just.
Yes.
Yes, exactly as she said it. A tank through the side of the building to make a new door.
And
Okay,
how
that's a
are we
great
getting-
idea. But before that, James, do you have any back entrances you know about?
Not to Elysium. I
Do
mean,
you know?
it's-
Okay, how well guarded is the front entrance?
Are there tunnels?
I think you have legitimately a Nosferatu in your group. Vel goes, yes, of course. There's one or two.
one or two? He says.
They're not tunnels per se. They're the entrances, if you will. You've met a little of my order, the Path of Cain.
Yeah.
Perhaps there's an inroad with them.
So, Volt, could you get the werewolves in here undetected?
I would have to talk to my people first.
That's fine. Could you also find Oliver and my dog?
That's quite a tall order. See, they took off when
Oh,
before
right,
you
right,
landed
right.
the first meteor that
Jake, do you know where Oliver and my dog are?
Jake goes, honestly, we haven't been looking.
Could you do like a howl or something? Call him back?
Your dog is a very special individual.
Yeah, but you spoke with him. I mean,
Yes, but in presence with him, I'm Alpha, but when he's on his own on a hunt, he would be the lead predator.
Look, to be fair, Danika, I don't think you want him here for this. This might get really messy. He's probably safer out there than we are in here.
Yeah, we're going to see if we can even get out of this,
I
to be
mean,
honest.
what we're talking about, we are marked for death. You realize that? If we don't succeed,
I really want to drive a tank
dude,
through a
Seth's
wall.
probably gonna kill us anyways.
that's why dude, I've been wanting to take down the Camarilla since I learned about it, okay?
Right?
Don't talk to me about that shit. I want to drive a tank through this whole goddamn place. Jake,
But like, don't we have to? You said the Rasputin's chained up somewhere. Just driving a tank out of this place.
No. We've got a Nosferatu. He knows some ins and outs. We're gonna talk to his people, and we might be able to get you into Elysium undetected.
Okay, so this is the start of a plan.
Yeah,
I
we're
like
talking.
this.
We're talking surprise.
Okay, so
Also, we need some kind of truce, some kind of promise. I'm talking a real truce, not a Camarilla truce. We are against the Camarilla together on this.
I'm with Rasputin.
That's great. We're with you as well.
Well, then we can have a whatever you want to call that. You have that with me.
Okay.
cool.
well,
Let's work together to save everyone that we care
What I'm
about.
saying is the werewolves need to
and
know.
also like your stockpile is, let's just be honest, quite impressive.
it's pretty dope. You're,
It can all be yours
You're
for the
werewolves.
low, low price of saving Rasputin.
so
and the Lieutenant God.
so
Not even ours. You can take whatever you want.
I mean, Chauvel speaks like, this is what Elysium looks like, and he pulls out like he flips a couple pages in his notebook and starts drawing it out. It's essentially a castle. It's I don't know how else to describe it. Not like the old. It's more of a fort. Sorry, not a castle, but more of a fort.
A fortress style.
Yeah. But during that period, I mean, it is definitely Elizabethan time period. He goes, there's a front door, of course. These are the service entrances, and he marks out some sides. Because this is where you'd get your produce and your food for the evening if it wasn't vampires that were living here. These are the underground accesses. These are there is a dedicated subway line, but I imagine that they would probably have some guards there. What are you guys thinking?
Volk, can't you go invisible?
I can get out, but I don't think I can put
get out easily whenever we want.
Yes, in fact, I don't think it would be much of any to do. In fact, I don't think people.
Yeah, and if you come back with a pack of werewolves, are you worried about a couple of guards?
Me getting out compared.
He's worried
to...
about sounding the alarm, Danika. Have you ever had a covert mission before?
No.
Okay.
That's probably true.
Once the alarm sounds, the element of surprise is ruined forever.
What if we pop out of a manhole and go blah?
I like that plan. That's a fun plan.
James is just watching this, and like oddly enough, he looks a little bit sadder because before this, you guys were the people saving the world, and now
Still
he
are.
gets to watch you guys unleash your plan in front of him.
Yeah. No, I think the best idea is for me to drive a tank through the wall and for the vampires to come in from the underground tunnels.
I
Well, the
second
vampires
that.
can do that, but the werewolves need to come through a tunnel.
That's what they mean, yeah.
Oh.
What if we drive the tank
Is
through
that
the
not what
wall?
I said?
You said the vampires
Wait,
come
wait,
through the wall.
wait,
That's
wait.
cool.
Sorry.
Hey.
Yes, I got it all wrong.
Hey.
Oh.
What if Anna drives the tank through the wall as a distraction?
Which wall?
Any
There's
wall.
Any
So
wall.
many walls.
Any wall.
You guys, by the way, have actually.
It's a distraction, and then you bring the werewolves in through the tunnel.
It's 30 stories.
There's an elevator.
Oh, Day thought
You would have
can't
to put
fit
it
a
in an
tank on
elevator.
an elevator.
Well, they got it down here
They got it
somehow.
down here
You know
somehow.
what? That's it. And Vocals. That's a real good point. How did they? And how do they launch this? There's
where do
got to
they-
be a
Right?
some form of.
There's got to be some
Like,
kind of something.
you don't
Can
just-
you not do your little technology thingies and see if you can't figure it out?
I mean, if there's a
Couldn't you-
laptop, that'd be easier.
So if she drove the tank through the wall, that would set off the alarm. They'd all run towards us, and then you bring the werewolves in.
I don't think you realize how hard you have to hit a wall.
And also,
It's a
It's a
we're-
tank.
Yeah, but it
We
goes
shoot the wall first, and then you drive through it.
Okay, well, that's
I
different.
think we have to figure out how this gets to street level first.
They
Yes.
got it down here somehow. I'm sure
That's
the
what I'm
elevator.
saying.
We're on the same page.
It's a
That's what
vampiric elevator. I'm sure it could happen.
It's a regular elevator run by vampires. There's nothing vampiric about it.
Yes, it wants to suck your blood. Blah. And blah is where we're going to end it for this week. Looks like we get an old-fashioned heist, and Anna's getting a tank. I hope you're nervous, because I know I'm nervous. Until our next episode, which will drop obviously next Friday, make sure you reach out to us on social media. We'd love to hear from you. You can find us on Twitter and Facebook and Reddit. And by the way, we did kick off a YouTube channel. Right now, we're just uploading kind of the backlog of episodes on YouTube, but it would mean a lot to us if you subscribed to the podcast there. And make sure you hit the bell thing, because that's important, so you get alerts when a new episode goes live. And that will matter eventually, because there will be some exclusive content that you will see on YouTube. So until next week, remember to take a big bite out of life.